Hi you guys, this is Sadie here. You may see I have a few videos before this one, but this is going to be my first official video into consistency of the new year of 2021. So I had a lot of people on TikTok asking me to start a YouTube channel, and since I got my ring light now and able to do so, I thought I would start with a video for you guys today. A lot of this channel is going to be on like spirituality, manifestation, information about the government, also personal videos, story times, vlogs, all that good stuff. So comment what you'd like to see below, and if you came from TikTok, leave a red heart at the bottom. Okay, so this video is going to be explaining a few of the government mind control methods that are used. And what I'm going to do is go over each one, explain what it means, and give an example of what it looks like so that you can further understand and identify it when it's happening. Okay, so number one, obfuscation. This basically means causing a state of confusion. So perfect example right now, COVID. Everyone is in a state of confusion. No one knows what the future holds. Everyone's really anxious, really worried. Life just has not been the same for people, and it's caused a lot of confusion, which has stirred up emotions and caused a lot of problems within our society. So when you're in a state of confusion, you are more vulnerable and easier to control because your emotions are taking over you, and your mind is so preoccupied that you have no time to focus on yourself spiritually. So you're very vulnerable when you're in a state of confusion. Okay, number two is worldview poisoning. This basically means that your outlook on the world has been poisoned. The news and media outlets, all you see on the news is a lot of negativity, not so great things happening in the world, and it poisons your view of the world. There are good people and there are great things happening in the world, and there are people doing great things, but those things are not broadcasted for you to see. So if all you're fed is the negative, then that's all you can receive. So poisoning your worldview. Okay. The next one is divide and conquer. This one is a really popular strategy I see used a lot. We as a people are divided so much by so many different categories. We have race, ethnicity, nationality, religion, gender, all these different things that divide us. And there are problems invoked when people bring up these categories that separate people, and it's focused on a lot, especially lately in the media. All you see is stories about race and people arguing about the color of their skin, which is something that no one can control. So divide and conquer, because unified we're so much stronger. Okay. The indoctrination of the education system. So what your children or what you are being taught in school most of the time has no value to your life at all whatsoever. And what you do learn may aid you in becoming a functioning citizen of society. When you're in school, you have to raise your hand to go to the bathroom. You don't speak unless you're spoken to, and you're kind of taught that obedience that they want you to demonstrate later on in life. So, and a lot of the things that kids are being taught are not true, and what they're being taught is being controlled, and there's a reason for that. So, indoctrination of the education system. Okay. Controlled opposition. This basically means that some sort of altercation will occur and the government will insert themselves as the negotiator or the conflict resolution, and which in turn is manipulating people to believe that the government is here to help them, when in fact all they've done is harm people for so very long. Okay. Number 7 is the monetary system of control. This basically just focuses on money, putting you in debt, so that you are a slave to this corporation and have to work for the rest of your life to pay off this debt with this man-made illusion of money. Okay? Control of the mass media. There are people who control what gets put out on the media. For instance, a video like this will never be put on the news, because that is not the message they're trying to portray. There are 3 things that they want you to see. They want you to see fear, they want you to see confusion, and they want you to see division. And those are the 3 things that are primarily promoted in the media. So the media is controlled in what they put out. Okay? Food and medicine. Our food contains GMOs. Our water contains fluoride. Our toothpaste contains fluoride. When you take a shower, your pores are opening up because the water's hot. All that fluoride's getting into your body and it's harming you, and creating these diseases, which they then provide the solution for. Once again, conflict resolution. They create the problem and then offer the solution, which also harms you as well. Okay, the next one is the illusion of time. So time is an illusion. It's man-made because the past is gone, the future is not yet here. All you will ever have is this present moment. But this narrative of past and future has caused so much worry and anxiety for people, and it's affected their mental health because so many people are worried about the future and so many people are concerned about the past. You know, when you have to get a background check for a job, they want to look at your past. So it's concerning that we're all so involved so in-depthly in the past and the future and not in the present moment, because that's just all you ever have. So the illusion of time causes worry, anxiety. Yeah. So number 11, denial, hassle, ridicule. This basically just ensures that you are in a state of fear so that you will not react when a reaction is needed. Like when the government does things that you don't agree with, and they try to explain it in a more like manipulative way or try to sugarcoat things, put you in a state of denial, hassle you to do things, ridicule certain types of people or certain types of behavior. You're always in this constant state of fear. So number 12, religion. This is not meant to offend anyone. Religion can be good if your intentions are good, but the intent to which the system was created was not good. Religion was put in place. It was vastly misconstrued. The Bible is misconstrued to abuse power, to degrade women, to take your money, tithing. The 10% that the Bible speaks about, it's speaking about your carnal brain, your 10% that is carnal. To tithe that doesn't mean to tithe your money. So religion has separated people and has caused a lot of hatred amongst people. Now, your intention, if it's good, that's great. It's all about your intention, but the system's intention was not good. Okay? Number 13, subverse symbolism. So symbolism was used by our ancestors. That's how they communicated, through symbology. They communicated telepathically. Humans were way more advanced back then. They could communicate that way. But those symbols communicate a message to our subconscious brain, and we receive that message unknowingly a lot of times. For instance, Starbucks, the symbol is the fertility god. Now, and there's a reason for that. So they communicate in symbols and put it in front of your face, but you don't really see it because your eyes aren't open and you don't see, but it's there. Number 14, chaos, sorcery. So this basically means like acts of terrorism that cause you to live in a state of fear, and cause you to look at other individuals a certain kind of way. After 9/11, everyone would look at anyone who was Middle Eastern or Muslim or anything like that, they would look at them as if they were a threat. So they put out this terrorist act, and it causes people to live in fear and causes people to make judgments about each other. Okay, so those are the 14 manipulation tactics that the government uses to mind control you. A lot of people don't see and don't want to see that, and I understand that. That's completely fine. But if you just ask yourself, what are the things that you're surrounded with, especially in the media? Why are they putting out these things, and why aren't they putting out uplifting messages and always talking about things that are controversial and separate people? There's a reason behind that. So those are the 12 methods of mind control. And there's a website that you can find this on. This website I've used for information and research for a long time now. It's actually funny that it just popped up on my browser one day a few years ago. And I've loved it ever since. It's not like a popular website or anything, but I'll link it below. It's called The Mind of James Donahue. If you want to Google it, he talks about the government, your food, mental and spiritual warfare. He talks about a lot of interesting things. So that's going to be it for this video. If you guys have any questions or suggestions for a next video,